2%. But some say that this kind of shored up some of the doubts about the very conservative folks who like Donald Trump and what he says. No, you're shaking your head.
No, I don't think that does it at all. I mean, the very conservative folks, the people who have toiled for decades in the conservative movement, they do not care a whit what Donald Trump says or thinks or talks about or anything else. They do not care. There are some people who respect Donald Trump. I'm not one of them. I thought the most telling thing was the side shots, though, of Mitt and Ann Romney as they watched this endorsement. I mean, when my kids are sick, I have to take them cough syrup, and you give it to them in a little vial, and they take a shot of it. But before they do that, you see the expression on their face, and it's like anticipating pain. That's what you saw with Mitt and Ann Romney. I will say, I disagree with conservatives who have suggested that Mitt Romney should have somehow rejected this endorsement and should have said, no way, I don't want to be associated with Donald Trump. You can't do that. I mean, this is somebody who's entertained publicly the idea of running as a third-party candidate. You have an opportunity to get his endorsement. You take it, you make as short a speech, as short of an event as possible. This was 5 minutes, and you move on. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Charles.
You're all wrong. I think it matters, even though, as we saw in the poll, people say, well, the endorsement actually will induce them to vote against the endorsee. I think it matters for this reason. Newt had positioned himself as the insurgent, the outsider, the anti-establishment guy. And then you had all these endorsements of people who were the anti-Romneys who went ahead and who supported his narrative. Kaine, Perry, and then with the quasi-endorsement, Sarah Palin. So all of these people who had a rise and a fall, who'd been the anti-establishment alternative, are the ones who lined up and supported the Newt idea of him as the insurgent. Trump was one of those, and he's the only one who stepped out of that storyline and instead of endorsing Newt, which would have been the natural continuation of that storyline, switched over and supported Romney. Now, it's not a huge event, but I think it does interrupt and disrupt that storyline, and I think in that sense it matters. And it also took all the attention off the gaffe that Romney made yesterday.
One last thing. Who knows? You're shaking your head through the entire panel.
Look, so Charles is very, very smart, and he's also very, very wrong.
Okay. We're going to leave it there with no response. That's it for the panel. But stay tuned to see